Peace, peace. What is going on, y'all? We're trying something a little different today. It's your man Reason back with another video. And today we're just gonna go through a simple workflow with the MPC sample. I'll kind of show you guys how I go about making beats and the workflow and that kind of stuff. So if that's something you're interested in, stay tuned, man. I'm about to get into it. First and foremost, I'm gonna start off by just getting a new project going here. Clear everything off here. All right, next I'm just going to find a sample. Usually that's where I start. So I'm going to go ahead and select sample. I'm going to switch from my internal to my external, where all my samples are. All right, let's try this one. Dope. All right, first thing I'm going to do is normalize this. And this is an actual feature that has just recently come with the new 1.3 update. I had the out-of-box version and I didn't have this option before, so it's great that they have that now, so you don't have to, try and make up by using your gains or using a limiter or something of that nature. Let's see how that sounds now. All right, so now I'm going to go into chop mode. Well, first, just for the sake of YouTube, I'm going to just tune this down a bit so we don't get hit with the copyright while we're trying to do our thing. I'll go faster so we can speed up the process on the chop. All right. And I'm going to switch my chop mode to manual. Get in real close here. I just enabled the, in case y'all wonder what I did there, I just enabled the full level on the velocity. Just so it's easier to catch chops. So. Got some more interesting chops coming up here, so I'm gonna go ahead and so there we have our chops real quick. So I'm gonna come out of the chop mode. I'm gonna go ahead and find some drums. Go to the next available pad. Select the sample. Now this might not be the ideal arrangement for someone who's looking to do a finger drumming setup, but if you're just looking to just lay it out, yeah, I just work through the pads. But I'm gonna switch from external back to internal. Go into my kicks. I'm still running through all the stock sounds on this. Honestly, the stock sounds have been great and a good change from Machine Land and Machine World sounds. So I just been playing with these. Not a ton, but enough to keep you, be able to switch it up every dozen or so. I like my tight, punchy kicks and snares. And like that, come over to the next pad, go back up, go down my snares. I like that snare, let's keep that for now. Go ahead and get a hi-hat. Go back, select the next pad, pad 4. Scroll down to my hi-hats. All right, that sounds pretty good. Now that I've got some basic drums here, I'm just going to lay down a basic pattern in the first sequence. I'm going to make it a 4-bar loop. Actually, I'll make it a 2-bar loop and then I'll double it after. And probably slow down my tempo a little bit. So I'm just going to hold down the tap tempo button. Brings up your tempo. If you want to go into the decimal amount, you just click on it and it switches over. Click on the rotary, switch back. But I'm going to go with something like, let's go with 87 BPM. So you can hear that one of the hi-hats is off. So I'm just going to go into the step edit. That's going to be A3. So I'm just scrolling back to where that's, sorry, A4. And it's this one right here. Now, if I want to check, I can just go back a step, hold shift and press the play button, and that's to use to continue from where you are. So you heard it there. I'm going to go ahead and erase this one and run it from the top. Yeah, maybe I hit the wrong one. Undelete, so let's go back. That's this one. And I'll just add in that extra hi-hat. All right, and that's that. We got a little beat. Now I can go back into, come out of sequence mode, go back into sample mode, and then back into chop mode. Select my sample. And for those who are curious, if you want to select the sample without hearing it audibly, you can just hold sample. Oops, that didn't work. Come out of chop, hold sample, select the sample. You didn't hear it play, otherwise you would have heard it play. So just hold sample and press the pad that you want to switch. All right, so we got our chops here. So now I'm just going to play the beat, try and find some patterns and sequences. All right, so there we go. So we got a couple of options. I think I'm going to use the first 4 pads for the intro and then do a variation of the second row of pads for the verse, switching between a straight line and alternating, sorry. So go from here down to the first row, back to the second row, down to the first row. All right, so first to start off, we're going to go back to the sequence. We're just going to do a short 2-bar loop for the intro. Yep, see? And this is one of the things, once you arm it, it's going to bring you into the sample mode. Again, this is where you want to select your sample, go back into your chop mode, and then start your recording. All right, might want to add a little. Anyways, deal with that afterwards. Let's go to the next pattern. So we said we're going to do this is going to be a 4-bar loop. Actually, you know what? I might just go ahead and do the whole 8 bars. It's just easier. Okay, back into my chop mode. Remember, for this one, we're going to alternate between the first row and an alternation of the first and second row. Oh, one thing to always keep in mind, when you create a new sequence, it does not copy the tempo you had from your first sequence over. You have to go back in and set that. If there's a way to do that and you guys know, please let me know in the comments. That would definitely help my workflow here. So I'm just going to dial this back down to 87. And let's try it again. Chop. So I did forget to do something quite important here, and apologies. I'm going to go back to my sequence here. I actually wanted to duplicate it so I had the drums, right? I'll show you guys a neat trick here. So let's just duplicate that initial pattern we had here. So I'm just going to go Shift, hold Shift, press the erase button, which is also copy. Copy this from A1 to A2. Done. Now I have that there. Now, if I wanted to, for example, just clear the sample chops, I can from here just hit erase. Well, let me see if I remember how to do this now. To the sample mode. I think it was sample mode. Where is it in the step? Shift. Yeah, sorry. Shift erase. And sample. Shift erase. Oh, it's going to do copy. I forgot what it was. Okay, yeah, sorry. So if you want to just clear all the sample chops, but I want to leave the drums because I just want to duplicate it so I can do another pattern, then I can go in to step edit. So Shift step edit, and then you'll see the pads here light up white for all your different samples for that entire pattern sequence. So now I can just hit erase. I want to get rid of the sample. So it's going to say erase all events for pad A1. Yes, do it. And now when I run that back, I can just go straight into my chop mode and do my second round here. All right, so which is cool, but it's a little too short. I forgot to change my sequence from 2 bars to 8 bars. I said I was going to do the whole thing, so let's do that again. Arm it, back to the sample chop. All right, I forgot another important part. So yeah, the length, I should have just doubled that instead of just extending the bars out because it didn't take the drums with it. So I'm just going to duplicate that. So we're going to hold Shift and then double sequence. That's going to turn the 2 bars into 4. Double it again. It's going to turn my 4 bars into 8. Sorry about that. Arm it again. Back to the sample. Chop. And go. All right, so we got our variation there. So we're going to go back to this sequence. I'm going to do another 8-bar variation. Start off the same way, go back to the original 2-bar loop that I had. Shift, erase to copy, move this over now to pad 3. This is the second half of my verse. And again, I'm going to want to first double this so I don't forget, excuse me. Double from 2 to 4, double to 4 to 8. Now we got another 8-bar variation. I'm going to go arm this back into my chop, make sure I'm on the right sample, and give it another variation. There it is. All right, so now we got 3 different sequences, starting with this one now. What I'm going to do with the first sequence, so this is a 2-bar. I want to copy this over. This was the intro. Copy this over to 4, and I'm going to make this one actually just be a sample solo. Excuse me. So we're just going to take out the drums. Remember to do that. Go into step edit, and I want to take out the drums. So on this sequence. So erase. I want to hit this one. Yes. Hit this one. Yes. I want to hit this one. Yes. So now it's just. And then when I switch. And then I can use this for a hook, or I can use it as just another half of the verse. All right, so now we have a 2-bar intro part, a 2-bar variation for the intro. We have an 8-bar verse part and another 8 variation for the verse. So now we're gonna go ahead and create a little hook piece. So I'm gonna select this sequence up here. I'm going to go ahead and copy those 2 bars actually first. Go back into my step edit, erase all the drums, or sorry, erase the sample. Back to my sequence, double my sequence because it's going to be 8 bars. So I'm going to double the sequence, double it again. Oops. So I'm going to edit at 32 bars. The double sequence, 8 bars. Oh, shoot. We're supposed to be up here. I was on the wrong sequence, guys. My bad. Back in the step edit. Now that we're on the right sequence, I want to get rid of the sample, erase all of those events, cleared. So now we just have our drums in our correct sequence for our chorus piece. Now we're just going to go back to our sample, make sure we're on the right one, back in the chop. I have a couple of options here. I can either put the sample on another pad, chop up different slices for the chorus, or I could just do a variation of all 16 pads and just mix it up. So let's see how that sounds. already like that already, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. All right, cool. So now we got that all situated. Next thing I'll probably want to do is start looking into some bass parts. So we know that these two are our verse portions. So let's go back down to these. Go into sample. We're going to find another sample. Actually, I usually reserve this for something else. So I'll put this here. Sample select. I'm going to go ahead and find a bass sound. That. So come out of sample select. We got our bass sound here. Now to play this in some fashion, I'm going to go into the 16 levels option. It's going to give me 16 key polyphony to play with. All right. I don't know why this is not lighting up here. This is actually kind of weird. It does light up with that color, but when I go into my 16 levels, everything else lights up with that color. Does not light up. I don't know if that's a defect. Y'all let me know if you've seen this before, where your first pad doesn't light up in 16 levels mode. Right, so we kind of found the notes here after doing some fine tuning and some semitone slippage. The last thing I want to do, you'll see these 4 icons here, which kind of indicate what's going on in the pad play. So the first one being note on, which will just basically means when you're holding the note down, it's going to trigger. When you let go, it's not a one shot. So I'm going to turn that on. The other ones are unmute all, reverse, and there's type. So shift, note on, you'll see now it's highlighted. Keep it simple for now. Not a super fan of the sound. Forgot I gotta hold it. All right, something simple. I'm gonna go into the other sequence for the hook, for the verse, and just add something similar, just to close this off, and then I'll show you guys how to arrange the song. All right, back to my 16. All right, just a different variation, as you can see. Okay, so now we have all our variations now. We have our intro. All right, one quick thing, let's just put a little mix on this. And on the sample, a little bit of a filter on it, just to we'll make it pretty sharp on the high pass filter. That way it doesn't interfere with the bass too much. All right. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So from here, now that you have all these different sequences, the next thing you would want to do is go into your song mode. So I'm going to have to remember that sequence 3 is my intro part with no drums. Sequence 4 is my intro part with drums. Sequence 2 is my regular verse, and 1 is the alternate verse. And then we had up here pad 6 or 5, excuse me, for the chorus. Right, remember? Actually, let me add a little bass to that part as well before we start arranging the song. Something simple like that, nothing crazy. All right, there we go. So now as we're thinking about how we want to structure this song, we go and come out of my 16 levels mode. I'm going to go into my sequence mode, shift pad 12. This will bring you into the song mode where you can now insert your patterns. So now I can say I'm on the insert. So I'll just hit whatever sequences I want to do first. So I want to do my intro but no drums. So I'm going to hit that first. Then I want the intro with the drums to hit twice. Bring it back to the no drums. Then I have my 8-bar intro. Then I'm going to hit, I want to hit this variation of the verse, which didn't have a bass. We didn't add one, but just so you can see how it builds out. And then I'm going to insert the bass part, the verse part that had the bass. So then I got my 16, and then we're going to go into the hook, which is another 8 bars, and that's my song. And then essentially from there, I just repeat 8 bar, 8 bar, 8 bar, 8 bar, 8 bar, 8 bar, or double the hook at the end, or however many verses you want to go. So let's see how this sounds now. That's way too loud. Are they happy to verse? And at the same time, while I'm doing this, if I hear something, okay, I'm already in this sequence. It's going to show me I'm in sequence 2, so I can go straight into step edit and say I wanted to take out the snare on something, right? So that's A3. So if I go and look for something that's got A3, if I want to see where it was last hit, it was there. So maybe I want to take that A3 out to give the snare a chance to breathe. All right, and then I can go back a little bit, shift, continue. So maybe I want to take out another A3 there. I'll just erase it just to let that breathe before the hook comes back in. Go back a little bit. Oh, I restarted it, so whatever. So I can just start, I can trigger it. That's the good thing about the song mode is you can trigger it from wherever you want here, right? So if I want to start from here, I'm sorry, if I want to start from there, it's be shift play. And there's the first one, and there's one at the end. And that's it. We got a whole sequence there. And now we can go take it even further. We can do some automations if we want to, do more dropouts of instruments and stuff like that. Maybe I want to automate some filters in there. Like, for example, if I want to automate pad effects or a flex beat in one of these. So say, for example, on the hook, maybe I want to put a scratch in there, right? So I'm going to hit continue. Oops. I'm going to come down here. Sorry, come down here, shift. Okay. So I'm gonna hit record. So now I've just recorded that automation in there. So if I go out of here, back into out of pad effects, back into my song mode, and I play back this guy. I don't know if you guys heard that there, but let's do it on this one. Let's do it on this guy here. First two bars. Yeah, man, that's it. That's the beat for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the way we cooked that up. And if you have any questions, please jump in the comments. But in the meantime, please like, share, subscribe. And I want to try and come back with some more of these breakdown videos and just building up different stuff. But it's my first go around at it of the entire MPC sample, where I'll be going over the things I like, things I didn't like. And if that stuff interests you, please tap in with me. Click that notification bell so you know when that video goes live. And we'll catch you on the next one. All right? Peace.
look it up. Look it up. Then a shooter, you can look it up. Look it up. Then a shooter, you can look it up. Look it up. Then a shooter, you can look it up. Look it up. He spit in the pot.